I'd like to introduce you to Christopher Daly.
Ow!
Hey everybody, give it up for my friend Brian there. His reputation for season.
I love your beard!
No offense, but I like having a girl with crutches in the first aisle. It's like a Baptist show. Like, if everybody throws money at me right now, we can help save this woman.
Hallelujah!
Jesus, I believe! So, my sister recently broke her neck, and I felt really bad, so I sent a condolence card to my brother-in-law because he's not getting a blowjob anytime soon. Thanks. So this happened in the news today that, real thing, that the White House drug czar is going to crack down on Florida pill mills or drug houses. And that is just a fight that you can never win, because drugs and Florida go together better than douchebags in Florida. Just barely. And if you look at the geography of Florida, it is this nation's flaccid penis. And as a man who knows a lot about flaccid penises, it is the result of lots of drugs. What's the solution?
Go into the library.
Poison the butterbeer and Harry Potter land? I agree. Because there's nothing that Floridian drug addicts like more than drinking, children, and lots of places to hide. They get through. So all you guys out there who can never get it together with Jewish girls, just tell them your doctor recommended. It works every time. I know. It's terrible. It's a groaner. It's like, ugh.
Oh, you're so adorable.
Okay, so I went to the movies the other day. Thanks, notes. And the guy at the ticket counter had a pentagram around his neck, had like magical runes tattooed up and down his arm, and 2 books about witchcraft sitting next to him. And I thought, if this guy wants to be first in line for Harry Potter, he's doing it the wrong way. The right way? Camp out 2 weeks ahead, like I will. I need to see how that shit goes down. I work with a girl who's slightly goth and all the way retarded, and when I told her about this guy, she got really excited, but then she got really depressed, because she's like, a wizard that high-ranked couldn't possibly be single, which is a sentence that means exactly the opposite. A wizard that's too high-ranked is not a guy who collects Magic the Gathering and Pokemon cards. I choose you, a night alone with my parents. Just before the movie started, I had to go to the bathroom, and when I'm at the urinals, the guy 2 stalls down from me has his dick in his one hand and his Kindle in the other while he's urinating. Yes, gross. And I don't do that for 2 reasons. First of all, like, as soon as I go to, like, in the bathroom, I make sure that my cell phone, any electronics are safely stowed away in any storage compartment far away from the urine. And secondly, if I've got my dick out, I don't want some shiny new toy, like, in that area so that someone walks in, they could see that and go, ooh, and then start looking at this area. But that is exactly how that shit went down for that guy. Second guy walks into the urinal. And he sees man with a urinal, man with a Kindle at the urinal, and he's like, saddles up right next to him, starts looking over his shoulder, and he says, and I swear to God he sounded just like Patrick Warburton, what are you reading there? Girl with a dragon tattoo. It's a good book. Excuse me? Oh, don't worry, I'm gonna give it away. Oh, that's alright. I do. And that's when I knew that I had to get out of there, because in 15 seconds, those 2 men were going to be rubbing their dicks together. It got bad quick. What I guess I mean to say is I don't have enough black friends. And I know I'm not alone, because this is St. Louis. I mean, slow town, goddammit, you're like a KKK planned community. And it's not that I don't have any black friends, it's just that the black friends I have are not that black. Like, one of them's really into Doctor Who, and the other one wishes anime characters were real. Two men who wish they were dungeon masters rather than mix masters. Now, I don't know, I think it's just me, I tend to attract that kind of person. I was on a bus in LA one day, exposing myself to elderly Chinese women, and when all of a sudden, three big black guys get on the bus and sit directly behind me. And I get excited, think I'm in a Fat Boys video. When all of a sudden, they started talking about Star Wars. And not in the same way that you would go, oh, hey, have you ever seen Star Wars? In the same way that you say, hey, I wonder what kind of batteries R2-D2s need. And I wonder what it's like to bathe with a Chewbacca. Answer, it's like bathing with a Greek Uncle Milos, except Milos is far hairier. When all of a sudden, this cocky kid across the aisle, out of the side of the mouth says, Star Trek is better. All of a sudden, shit went off. These big black nerds, all of a sudden, one of them got out Hulk hands, mid-condition, out of the box, strapped him on, started wailing on the guy. Hulk smash! The other guy, he grabbed his toy lightsaber, started face raping the other guy. How do you like that for us, bitch? Third guy, he's not even mixed up. He's just making references like, oh, this kid reminds me of Connie Reeves, in the same way that he got on a bus the wrong day and it fucked up his entire schedule. And I knew that if I didn't want to be nursing a bloody nose and pulling 12-sided dice out of my ass that night, I had to get off that bus. But what can I do? Their shenanigans were right in my way. I did the only thing I could do. I grabbed their Monopoly, mint condition, Simpson style, threw it the other direction, and slightly swiped my way and got off that bus. Thank God I did. Crisis averted. So I don't know if you guys heard this in the news. This happened this weekend. It was kind of a big, cool thing. But Nic Cage was in the news this weekend. Anybody hear about this? Okay, what I will tell you is exactly what went down. True story, and I will tell it like the man who lived it all said it to his lawyers the next day. You will never again experience this here in Creekside. Nic Cage will tell you exactly what happened. This is a true story, by the way. This is exactly in the newspapers what happened. 100%. So, me and my wife were walking around Florida, or New Orleans. I was drinking, of course, because that's what you do down there. And I was thinking about getting a tattoo, you know, something like an octopus. My octopus Kirby died recently, and that's what you do to commemorate the death of an octopus. And we got back to my apartment, and I knew it was mine from the trail of blood and tears that I had left. And my Testarossa was parked nearby. And my wife says, she says, that that's not our apartment, that that's not where we're staying. And I said, no, honey, that's what happened. So, we started having words, and a cab driver nearby saw it, and he called the cops. Cops show up. That's all right, you know, it's a big-time movie star. They're a little overwhelmed. And I said, it's all right, I'm just a person like me or you. And he said, no, Nick, we have to arrest you. No, you don't! I build castles with my empire, and you men just sit on your asses in a car. No! Come arrest me. And they did. So I was in jail for the night, and thankfully the next morning, to pay my $11,000 bail, which is what I make blinking my eyes, my friend, Doug the Bounty Hunter, came and paid my bail. The Sir Dog Bounty Hunter, as I've knighted him in my castle. That's what happened. And yes, exactly, if you read the papers on the story, that is 100% what happened. There you go. Thank you very much.